Everything about this song is stunning. Ooh. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucid. I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer person. And today I'm going to be reacting to Hozier's new Unearth, Unheard songs. Bonus songs. 4 songs. Let's go. Cool. Okay, so thanks for being patient with me. I really did want to get around to reacting to these songs, but this month has been insane. Because not only have Beyonce, Conan Gray, and Taylor Swift got new albums coming out this month, I'm also putting out music at the end of the month. And actually, I did a cover of Cherry Wine, which is up on my Lucent Music page now. So make sure to go check that out. Timing worked out quite well. But yes, today, new songs, 4 new songs. One is doing really well in the UK charts, which is so amazing. It might even go #1 this Friday. Obviously, I'm recording it the week before. So if you're watching this, it might have already gone #1, but we'll see. But how exciting. Love that Hozier's getting a Hozier Renaissance. I mean, and he totally deserves it because I've absolutely fallen in love. You've basically coerced me into becoming a massive Hozier fan. I've got tickets to see him in the summer. I've also bought the vinyl. Actually, that was a Christmas present from my mum. So, I'm completely on board and I'm really excited to hear what these new songs are going to be like. If you want to watch this video with no cuts in any of the songs or anything and you want to see the whole thing through, then make sure to head over to Patreon. The link's in the description. I'll leave it in the top comment. You can watch all my videos uncut. So if you want to go back and check out all my old Hozier reactions, they are all up. I've got groups of reactions. So I've got one just for Hozier videos. So yeah, make sure to go through and check out all of the videos uncut. If you're somehow new to the channel, welcome, and you like this video, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more reactions like this. Make sure to check out all my old Hozier reactions. If you want to check out my music, I have Lucent Music channel, including my Hozier cover. And if you want to listen to my podcast as well, the links are all in the description for you. Obviously, we can't do a top 5, there are only 4 songs. Let me know in the comments what your favorite song out of these 4 is. I'll be really interested to know. Cool, I'll be sharing with you my favorite one at the end. For me, now I've gone and reacted to all his old stuff. I think Unearth is still my favorite album, so I'm so hyped to get some bonus songs, especially considering we realized when I did the bonus songs video, his bonus songs are some of the best ones, Yeah. So let's do it. So the first one is Too Sweet, which is the single, I guess, if there is such a thing anymore. Yeah, let's go. Oh, really dirty vibe. It's really matching the album cover. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Okay. How do you sleep so well? You keep I can never tell how do you sleep so well. Don't gotta pretend, just wanna wake up. Cool. Kind of more casual vibe. So is it comparing a person to alcohol? I'm more of a bitter taste guy. I love that as a turn of phrase. Nice. Again, continuing on in the really tight production of Unearth. The drums are super, super tight. I love the bass guitar. Work late where I'm free from the phone. Ugh. Treat your mouth as if it's heaven's gate. There's a lot of alcohol stuff. I'm gonna enjoy going through the lyrics. So it's understanding yourself, understanding the sides of yourself that might not align with somebody who's a little bit maybe too happy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe too smiley and sweet, Ugh, I love those backing vocals. I love how powerful they are, but how far back in the mix they are. There's something really cool about that. Nice. I can really understand why this is caught on, because it's just got such a kind of tight kind of hooky kind of nature, but still is so Hozier, Really cool. Love it. I take my whiskey neat. Yeah. Love it. And obviously brilliant imagery, brilliant lyricism that runs all the way through it. Yeah. And I feel this modern era of Hozier is taking all the stuff from the first 2 albums, but just tightening it up and tuning it up and just refining it, we've still got the slapback reverb. We've still got the kind of rocky side of it. We've still got the kind of dirty, gritty sounds of the guitar. And we've still got the big vocals and the church kind of choir vocals and stuff. but everything just feels tighter and mixed slightly better. So like it becomes less of a wash over you kind of song and becomes more of like a slightly more focused, in focus kind of song. And I think that's what I'm really enjoying about the sound of the later stuff. Totally. And that one, yeah, I can totally understand why it's picked up. It also kind of is speaking to a kind of person and is relatable to a kind of person who doesn't necessarily get songs written for them very often. Do you know what I mean? Like this, like we all have people in our life who drink black coffee, who take their whiskey neat. Like one of my best friends, I like literally went straight to him. Like he's totally like the same. And like he'll never be sat there with a caramel latte. Like I'm there with a caramel latte and he's there with a espresso or a black Americano. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think for those people hearing a song that's like, I'm not gonna question myself. I'm not gonna question who I am. I'm just going to have this realization that actually I don't have to match those people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's kind of a bit of a connotation with people who are a little bit more, like more introverted, that they should be more outgoing, that they should be more extroverted and stuff. And basically he's giving the listener the freedom to be their true, authentic kind of neat drinking whiskey 3 a.m. sleeping self, you know? Yeah, so I can understand why people are resonating with the lyrics as well. Yeah, really nice. Just the vibe is just, it's got texture, so much texture. It can't be said that I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell, how do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right, to go to bed before the daylight, but then you wake up for the sunrise. Do you just want to wake up dark as a lake, smelling like a bonfire lost in a haze? Oh, if you're drunk in life, babe, I think it's great. He's saying that like, as much as like the person that he's with is like, you know, really up and at him, out in the morning, you know, wasting the day type person. He's like, but actually there's so much to be said about the kind of hazy late night evening kind of vibe, you know. There's something so much that he loves within that. Yeah, like the idea, like, and all that imagery is so beautiful. But while in this word, I think I'll take my whiskey neat, my coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. Yeah, that's just so succinctly, brilliantly put, you know. I am my person, you are you kind of person, and we will exist separate from one another. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? I aim low, I aim true. And the ground's where I go. I work to like more imagery of the ground and the earth. I work late when I'm free from my phone and the job gets done. But you worry some, I know. Who wants to live forever, babe? You treat your mouth as if it's heaven's gate, bright as the morning and soft as the rain, as pretty as the vine and sweet as the grape. If you can sit in a barrel, maybe I'll wait. That is fucking perfection in lyricism. Like, oh God, he just knows, doesn't he? Oh my God, he's just so good. This person is like way too sweet. He compares him to a grape and he's like, well, if you sit in a barrel, then maybe I'll drink you, because obviously wine is like much more of a matured, like his kind of flavor, like we was like the kind of darker alcohol and stuff, you know, and like, but it's just so fucking clever. I'm just obsessed. Like, he's just so fucking good. And he just knows how to take a lyrical concept and thread it throughout the whole song in really clever ways that just surprise you every time. Oh, obsessed. Right, yeah, love that. Cool. Next song, this is Wildflower and Barley with Alison Russell, who I don't know. Bird song? Springtime in the country. I love the kind of audio recording in the background. It just kind of lightens the whole thing, doesn't it? Riverboat, wheelbarrow, wildflower and barley. Ooh, love that like classic kind of organ sound. It's giving it real smooth jazz vibes. Okay. Nice. Oh my God, what a cool vibe. I love the space within the mix, you know. Oh, God, the production on this is just so, again, so tight, but really kind of different, like end on end, you know. For the laughter of young women. I don't think I've ever heard Hozier do like this kind of almost smooth jazz vibe, you know. It's it just is so nice. And like for him to just sit within this register, like so relaxed and like,
rotates more. On each evening's darkening, remain above ground.
The D on of ground. It's just like beautiful. Oh, just like such a cool vibe. I'm just totally obsessed with the production on that track. Just the way that like the instruments were just, oh God, the mixing. I know it's such a nerd, but like the mixing is just like so beautiful. And I just love how each section of the song felt distinct and felt kind of like a journey. It was like we were starting with the acoustic guitar and then we kind of went through these different places. One bit just had kind of mostly just vocals on either side of the mix. Like one had like lots of drums, but otherwise lots of space, like a kind of a sparse kind of guitar and no organ or anything kind of filling up the mid-ground. It just kind of went through all these different kind of phases and just kind of jammed through it. It was just like really nice, like really gorgeous and a different kind of style for him. The way his voice was so light and so with that kind of delicate touch that he does in certain songs that I just send shivers up my spine. And the way her voice kind of complements that feeling was just really perfect. I feel like Hozier's got such a kind of versatile voice and he knows what the song requires, you know? And like when he does songs like this that just have a kind of intimate vibe, I just absolutely adore like how lightly he sings. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Springtime in the country, each time I'm shocked by the light. Everything in my vision is movement and life. Riverboat, wheelbarrow, wildflower and barley. Imagery, just gorgeous. I can smell summer on its breath. This year, I swear it will be buried in actions. This year, I swear will be buried in words. The diggers are digging the earth. So more connections to the earth and the ground and everything. I wonder if these like are part of Dante's Inferno or whatever. I don't know. The whole Dante's Inferno thing kind of went over my head because I'm not very clever. So, like, I'm not very well read. So yes, if there's aspects of that in this, you'll have to let me know in the comments. Some close to the surface, some close to the casket, useful as dirt, put my body to work. It's almost like an image of like him looking out at the spring, maybe writing poetry and kind of feeling a bit useless and actually feeling like he needs to put his body to work, you know. But the connection to the ground and the dirt and the spring and the growing of crops and all those kinds of little things that trickle through this is so beautiful, and how that connects to the imagery of the album, you know. Or springtime in the city, the canal banks are empty again, the grass crying out to be heated by bodies. So there's a sense of like trying to get back to nature, I think. Would all things God allows remain above ground, like grief and sweet memory, wildflower and barley. So gorgeous. Like there's this idea of like plants coming out of the ground and new life happening and things growing and things being, you know, out in the open in the sunlight, and the sunlight's longer. There's like the imagery just trickles through and it's so beautiful. And it's like from each and every place, position, there's a beauty in the spring. Yeah, but it feels like he's trying to reconnect to nature because the imagery within the city section seems a little bit not quite as like beautiful. You know, I feel like we can detect that from Hozier's whole vibe. You know, yeah, gorgeous. Love it. Perfect. And next song, this is Empire Now. Oh, Westerny. Is that like an acoustic bass guitar or something? Or a banjo? Love the bending in that. It's really cool. As if we came into that moment on such a beautiful falsetto. Oh. Cool. Like a slow stadium anthem. Oh, fun. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my God, it's now like become like a super epic thing. Very cinematic.
100 years from the Empire now.
Interesting.
100 years from
100 years from what? Is it like post World War I or something?
its own solution after all.
Ugh. I just love that moment of like playing with your expectations. 100 years from the Empire now. Huh. Is it like a reflection on colonialism? Cool. Oh, what a cool song. Like so epic and so cinematic and so powerful. Again, with the production, fuck me, like there's just so much. I feel like at this point, like it's almost like Hozier took a step back with some collaborators kind of got some perspective on like what is the Hozier sound and like expanded that into different places, you know? Like I feel like something like a growling kind of guitar with reverse stamp claps and strings, it feels within the Hozier universe, but I don't think it necessarily would have been an obvious choice back within the first two kind of albums. It feels like he's really kind of managed to figure out what is the Hozier sound, but blow it out to slightly bigger proportions and like tighten it all up. Yeah. And it just is so exciting because like it feels like he's still got that center of like who he is as an artist, but it just feels like it's in high definition and more experimental with the sound of it. I feel like he's been very good experimenting with like lyrics, stories, poetry, like incredibly, like thinking of something like Shrike or, you know, Cherry Wine. He's always had that ability to really tell such a striking story and be very experimental within his storytelling. But it feels like now the production is like on that same level. Oh, I fucking love it. I'm so excited to see him. I'm seeing him in July in London. If anybody's there, please come say hi to me. I've been to like some concerts before and like people have said, oh yeah, I saw you, but I didn't want to come and say hi because I felt embarrassed. I'm like, no, come say hi. It'll be cute. My boyfriend's going to be there as well. And I know he's gorgeous and amazing, so I'm sure you're going to want to meet him. Some coming up on a dream come around. 100 years from the empire now. Sun coming up on a world that's easy now, 100 years from. After all, darling, I wouldn't sell the world the way that things are turning if it falls. I would hold on for all it's worth. The future's so bright, it's burning. So I feel like it's a sense of optimism in the face of like late stage capitalism and in this face of like global warming and stuff. The idea of the sun coming up on a dream, you know, it's like the dream that 100 years ago, the dream that they had for our future after World War I and the society that we would be able to build in the wake of like tragedy. It is a dream if you think those people looking at the excess and the way we live our lives and the comfortable way we live our lives in the last 100 years, like if you compare, I'm sure that they would look at this and think, wow, you know, the reality of the situation is a far darker, slightly more unstable situation that we're in right now. And so I think he's kind of like, this is what they fought for and we should fight for it too, I think is the attitude, you know. After all, darling, I wouldn't sell the world for the gold or sterling. That really is like part of the whole kind of capitalist thing, because there are people out there who have sold the world for gold. Do you know what I mean? Like they've sold out and they've ruined the ozone just to make money. And like that's kind of the way the big business within our society has gone. And he's kind of saying like there's a balance, and I think he's trying to find the balance. He's hoping for a way in which we can kind of maybe pull ourselves back from it, you know. Yeah, very interesting. Before we go on to the final song, quick shout out to my patrons. I know it's a short video, but whatever. These guys support me over on Patreon. Thank you guys. You make me able to do what I do and work part-time. If you want to get in on the action, the link is in the description. As well as being part of the community, you can get all of my videos unedited, so no cuts in any of the songs. You can also check out the extended and video versions of my podcast as well. And in the upper tiers of the Patreon, you can actually request reactions from me. Also, make sure to pre-save my new song. Links in the description. Cool, right? Okay, final song. This is Farewell. Huh? Fuck me. Oh, I love this. Oh, there's something about the combination, the strings and the guitar. Oh, I love the lightness in this. Oh, okay. There's so much joy in this. I love it. Oh. I'm obsessed. Oh, this is fucking stunning. More like above the ground, all things above the ground. Oh God, fuck me. Just Everything about this song is stunning. The production, the melodies, the lyrics, just the emotion within it. Obsessed. Fucking beautiful. Oh, I loved that. As just joyous. Like, what a joyous song. Like, there was just so much lightness within it. Like the way the guitar was played, the way the strings kind of came in and out, like the way that it kind of started off slow and then just picked up and just had such energy and such kind of a frothy feeling to it. Like, oh God, like he wrote so many songs that are kind of like heavy and cinematic and huge and big, but sometimes it's just so nice when he like takes his like artistry to somewhere like and lends it to a song that has lightness, you know. It's proves like a really beautiful contrast to the kind of heaviness of a lot of his other music, you know. That was so lovely. And imagine it ending a song on a dun 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 dun. Like, I don't think you've ever done that. I wouldn't fare well, and I couldn't fare well. Hedgehog under a van wheel kind of couldn't fare well. And I wouldn't fare well. A kitten cozy in the engine type wouldn't fare well. A dog deep in the chocolate kind wouldn't fare well. I'm out here trying to feel good again. It's like a kind of persistence that I'm gonna say goodbye. Like these animals that kind of don't know their own good, you know, the kind of cozy kind of I'm gonna stick here feeling, you know. Critic hoping to be remembered wouldn't fare well. Out here trying to feel good again. So there's trying to make your mark, trying to stay within the world. But yeah, it's like connecting to life, you know. I'll take any high, any glazing of the eyes, any such pleasure that was sorrow in disguise. It's like I will take everything, like everything that life has to offer me. I am here to take it. It feels like that's really the vibe of this group of 4 songs is like, I am here to make the most. There's an optimism. There's a real optimism. And it feels like this final song like really crosses the T and dots the I on that vibe of like trying to reconnect with the real world, trying to go back out into the countryside, like not trying to avoid the dark stuff, trying to just enjoy the great stuff and feel the bad stuff, because everything is all part of life and I'm here trying to reconnect to every single aspect of it, you know. And that connects to the previous songs, you know, with Too Sweet being one that's like, I am an introvert, I like whiskey, I like my whiskey neat, I like my coffee black, trying to live his life happily, not feeling guilt for who he is, you know. Then, you know, obviously the second song, the wheat and barley one, whatever it's called, literally connecting to spring and the life and growth and life. It's a very spring group of songs, and I can understand why they've come out now. The kind of natural world, connected to the natural world, putting your fingers in the dirt. That's really the thing, isn't it? You know, the imagery of the album and everything, like connecting to the ground. But like this, it feels like a much more optimistic kind of thing, you know. Plant your feet in the ground and you can like connect to the world around you, you know. With the third song kind of looking at the state of the world and actually maybe like how the modern world is kind of maybe fought against some of the natural kind of things, but he's still willing to optimistically fight for that, you know. This whole thing is like, I have a new lease on life. So great, so great, so great, so great, so great. I think my favourite song is going to have to be Farewell. I just really just loved everything about it. Simply. But I think it was the lightness and the combination of the acoustic guitar and the strings, the way the strings were played. They just have such a beautiful kind of feeling to them. Yeah, cool. Let me know what your favourite song is in the comments. His eyes and words are so I see your body burns like rum on a fire. Hard and fast and angry as he can be. Walk my days on